Welcome back to Tech Talks from Commercial Baking. In this episode, sponsored by Kwik Lok, I am speaking with Blair Chastain, Chief Revenue Officer, about how packaging automation can address a variety of issues that bakery operators are facing today. Hi, Blair. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Hi, Joni. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, I really want to start with an overarching sort of state of the industry. What are you seeing and hearing from your customers?
We're seeing the same thing in the bakery industry that we're seeing in many industries, and we're seeing various companies continue to struggle to really find and retain good people, especially in the bakery industry on the production floor and in the maintenance departments. It's expected to leave tens of thousands of bakery positions unfilled in the coming years. And the good news is, Joni, is that we have many opportunities to help our customers overcome this challenge.
That's awesome. And I think there's a little bit of an assumption. I think it goes without saying that automation helps with labor, of course. But there's this assumption that automation at the end of the line is really just reserved for large scale operations and sort of those companies that are just cranking out high volumes of one type of product all day long. I think that technology is sort of evolving so that that's not necessarily the case anymore. Can you sort of talk to me about how automation and packaging can be accomplished at the right scale to address those needs for any size of operation?
Yes, absolutely. And whether you're just starting or you're at large scale, planning is absolutely key. In the bakery industry, any production line, let's say, that's producing more than 30 bags a minute can be considered high speed, or what we would call a bakery that should strongly consider a more automated system. This could be to service one or many types of products like bread, English muffins, bagels, single pack, multi-pack. But planning for growth beyond where you are today with equipment, space, and people is absolutely critical. Especially when you know how tight the space is at a lot of these bakeries, it's really important to factor in all those things.
And especially those bakeries that are they're growing, but they're not expanding their space.
Right.
It becomes critical.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk about the people benefit of automating in this area because, of course it addresses the labor gap. That's the easy part. But can automation also help with retention? I think there's sort of this trepidation with the workers on the line that they worry you're bringing in machines, it's going to replace my job. But I'm seeing that's not really the case. Can you sort of tell me how automating and packaging is helping with retention?
The short answer is it absolutely helps. And yes, there is some fear that you're bringing automation and people might lose their jobs, but the really good companies out there, they're not necessarily reducing their people, they're reallocating them. But the benefit to it is you have really what I'd call four key areas. You have less physical strain. The employee can get skill development with better job enrichment. The plant gets improved operational, overall efficiency and output, which really leads to a more sustainable, profitable environment that people in general just don't want to leave. So there's a lot of benefits to the overall people and the retention at every company that automates.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing that in my experience. I would say the last two bakeries I was in, actually, they had automation at the end of the line, and they both said the initial response was like, "What is this? What does this mean for me?" And
Yeah,
then by the time the line was up and running, the people were like, "Wow, this makes my job so much easier. I'm really enjoying my job." And I've
yeah,
even heard where it has showcased the benefit so much that other departments are saying, well, when are you going to automate our job too, like to make it
right.
easier? So I
Yeah.
like hearing that you're seeing that as well. Okay, so I do want to talk about your company in particular. Can you share some of the technologies that you are incorporating that work for specific operation sizes. So we talked about that sort of at the beginning of the conversation, that automation and packaging can help at any sort of size of operation. But what are some of the specific things that you all are doing?
Yeah, thank you. I never thought you'd ask. Kwik Lok has solutions. We're fortunate to have solutions that really across all different types of environments from companies that are just starting to in-store bakeries to the higher speed bakeries. Wherever our customers are with their journey, it's really important for us to meet them there. As an example, and specific to the in-store bakery, we recently enhanced our Quick Fresh machine to include a printer option. Sounds pretty simple, but really wasn't, a big option for the industry in the past, really until now, and that's really addressed, several needs in the market. As it relates to our high-speed bakeries, they're now enjoying our latest high speed. It's called our 893 that can close up to 120 bags a minute. It also has a dual belt system to help evenly distribute pressure along the bag neck. To make a great bag presentation and consistency. It also has a touch screen to help view production data, machine life data, and diagnostic information to help the maintenance departments with proactive machine maintenance, and that's a huge benefit. The other feature of this machine that's the first of its kind, it has a bag jamming detection and belt reversal system. This was a problem many of our customers across the globe, not just here in North America, needed help solving. And then to really make sure we tie all these things together, it has to work well with all of our closures. We continue to advance the material science to address the sustainability needs that are in the market. They're vast and they're everywhere across the globe. And it's really important for us to help whatever the initiatives are of our customers. We continue to advance those to make sure that we're driving those initiatives forward to help our customers.
Okay, so that kind of has me thinking, sort of we've looked internally at these benefits, but in talking about things like sustainability, it really kind of puts on the radar some of those bigger picture topics that bakers need to consider. So, what are some of the things that bakers need to think about when they're looking for packaging automation in terms of planning and growth? And what do they need to figure out that they're going to need in the future that they can't see right now?
I think in general, a good partner will not only help our customers identify and meet their expected business outcomes, but are also going to consult with them to find their blind spots and really help them solve their problems. And we take a lot of pride in that because of the different experience levels and perspectives that we have across the country and really across the globe. We also are very ingrained in other industries like produce, where we can see how critical it is to have the right partners that we integrate with, that we can take that experience to our customers to make sure that the entire system works well for them, short and long term.
Can you talk about some of the things that are really top of mind for Quick Lock and what you're offering and how you can, again, help bakers know what they don't know right now?
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked this question as well. This is where we get really excited. So Quick Lock has been making this physical label for 40 plus years. This is specific to the produce industry. This label has a traditional UPC code on it that's been used for 50 plus years. It also has this latest 2D barcode on it. We're now investing heavily in how do we and really taking this label, this physical label, to this digitized platform. We have integrated platforms that can scan, trace, and house what we would call trust that data to make sure they're meeting the requirements when the FDA comes knocking on their doors. What's even more exciting than this, that really checks the box from a quality and a safety perspective, so you know that you can track from lot level even down to the item level with our integrated system, which is the first of its kind. And then taking it to another level, Joni, where a marketer can put a lot of data in this 2D barcode that can help really digitize that experience to help increase brand awareness, communicate product information, sustainability initiatives. You can do gamification on there, co-marketing initiatives, and then wayfinding in the store so you can increase basket size. You can tell how excited I get about this. And ultimately, it helps drive brand loyalty and brand engagement, and it helps increase sales in an easy and simple to use platform that is still the most, what we would call the most cost-effective medium compared to any other advertising medium that our customers have available to them. And the really cool thing about this too is you can change the messaging. If something changes or you get an advancement in material collection in a certain region, because this is helping Wayfind, we're going to know where the customer is, and we can put that information out to them in that particular area. That's a really neat thing about it too.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Blair, I just have one question left for you, and it's a pretty easy one. How can a baker get in touch to learn more about partnering with Kwik Lok?
It's very easy. You visit our website at www.quicklock.com, and please be on the lookout for a new website coming in the next 6 months, and with further engagement and opportunities to connect with QuickLock. That's the best way to do it.
Awesome, exciting. Well, Blair, thanks so much for taking time to talk with me today. This was really interesting.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a lot of fun.